Mr. Chair, board members, Superintendent Morrison, thanks for giving me the opportunity to speak this afternoon. Here's a handout. We'll be going to that later. There's a couple extras. There might be a couple extras we get to. My name is Bob Luzzo, and most of you know that I spent a career in public education. And I think that experience gives me a very unique perspective that frankly a lot of people don't have. I was a teacher, a principal in the last 25 years as a school superintendent. The perspective I have that I want to share a little bit with you today is around the subject of statewide testing and academic achievement. And my motivation for being here is twofold. There's really nothing in this for me, but if I can somehow move the discussion along about improving academic performance of our students, that is my biggest goal. And I think in so doing, it would help to restore some of the pride in our schools that I think has been lost. And this is my personal feeling over the years, particularly with generations of mine and before that. I think that people of that era were so very, very proud of the student performance in the schools, and I think that's missing now. But I want to look specifically at Chisholm statewide test scores along with other information that's found on that Minnesota Department of Education school report card. I've pretty much followed that data fairly closely with regard to Chisholm since 2021. And in 2021, I began comparing Chisholm with 8 of our neighbors and looking at how they perform academically and how they compare, and also some of the statewide data. The districts that I've chosen, and these are not in any particular order, are Mount Lain, Buell, Nashua, Keewatin, Wasatch East, Hibbing, Grand Rapids, Rockridge, Greenway, and St. Louis County. And in 2021, Chisholm was in the middle in math, middle of those districts, but at the bottom in reading and science. And that began to concern me because there was a trend that was obvious, and it wasn't a good trend. And in 2022, the Chisholm district scored at the bottom in math, the bottom in reading, and the bottom in science when compared with those other 8 districts. And I wrote a letter to the board expressing my concerns, and I made 2 suggestions to you. One was that you seriously consider the possibility, and that's all it would have been was a possibility, of consolidation. And I also suggested that it would be wise to delay your building plans temporarily until you can get your academic issues in order. And my thought was that once that took place, you'd be building to support a model that was successful in education rather than a model that isn't doing well. Frankly, the board was not receptive to either of those suggestions. In 2023, Chisholm students again scored at the bottom and below the statewide averages when compared with those other 8 districts in math, in reading, and again in science. I was here about a year ago to talk about that, and I told you how I think the Minnesota Department of Education report card is used by parents who are seeking high quality education for their children, and even for prospective employees of the district, and how employees, particularly administrators and teachers, want to go to districts that are high performing districts. And I gave a few ideas on how we might begin to turn things around for our students. That was the gist of my conversation a year ago. About a week ago, the Minnesota Department of Education released the 2024 report card. Frankly, not much has changed, and that trend in our academic testing continues. I want to take a look at the handouts that I gave you, and I added a new piece this year that I'll get into a little bit more, and it's on attendance. But if we look, I won't dwell on these, but in math, The top score of the 9 districts, the 8 neighbors in Chisholm and then statewide, would be the 10th. At the top of that list is Mount Iron Beal with 51.3% of the students scoring at, meeting the state standards. Next is Grand Rapids with 45.6%, hitting at 45.5%. Statewide is pretty much in the middle of these districts at 45.5%. And the list goes down to Chisholm, where 27.6% of the students district-wide meet or exceed the standards in math. The next page is reading. At the top of that list is Mount Iron Beal, again at 55.9% of their students meeting or exceeding the state standards. Grand Rapids, Hibbing, Rockridge, statewide, Wasabi East, Greenway, St. Louis County, Chisholm, and Nashwauk is below Chisholm. Chisholm has 44.2% of the students meeting standards. Nashwauk has 40.9%. I don't know if that's cause for celebration or simply an anomaly. But we're not at the bottom in that particular area. In science, the top district is Rockridge with 47.7% of students meeting standards, and it comes all the way down. Chisholm is last in that category as well, with 31.6% of the students meeting the standards. In all honesty, I'm not impressed with any of these scores. I'm not impressed with the statewide averages, but they are what they are. Last year when I came before the board, I talked just briefly about attendance and how I believe that regular attendance contributes to good education, sound programming. And Chisholm is at the bottom of all of these districts with regard to the percent of students having consistent attendance. And consistent attendance is defined by the Department of Education as students who are in attendance more than 90% of the time. So when you break that down, if there's 171, 72 days of school, basically students can be gone for 17 days before they affect this number. Some of us spend a career and never miss that many days of work or school. So it's troublesome. If you follow these numbers, there isn't a very specific correlation, but there's enough of a picture to see that the districts that perform well academically seem to have better attendance. You got to kind of read between the lines there. That's not crystal clear, but it's a belief that I've had, and I think research will tell you that students who are in class regularly do better. So that's a concern that I have. You know, taking a look at that another way, these numbers are not related to the Minnesota Department of Education website, but the Minnesota statutes define a habitual truant as a child under the age of 17 who's absent from school without a good excuse for 7 or more days for elementary students and 7 or more class periods, or 1 or more class periods on 7 days for secondary students. Again, reading between the lines, I'm guessing that Chisholm and a lot of other districts have a lot of habitual truants out there. So maybe there's some ways of addressing that particular issue with the Minnesota statutes. You can tie them together. I'm sure some of that is going on now, but frankly, it's not been very successful. I looked at this another way, and again, I find these test scores so important, but Chisholm has a graduation rate of almost 85%. I think it's 84.9 or something like that. And that's a good number statewide. I mean, that's a pretty good number. But then it dawned on me that when we take other numbers from the Department of Education website, like the secondary scores, not district scores. Now, everything I've given you so far has been district scores, but if we just look at the secondary scores, 21.1% of our secondary students meet standards in math, and 35.4% of our students meet the standards in reading. So it's hard to understand how with that low percentage of students meeting the standards, how we have an 85% graduation rate, or what skills those students who graduated actually have. Are they qualified for secondary, post-secondary education? Are they qualified for the job market? Not a lot of them met the standards. One more piece of information that again came from that report card. In fiscal year 2023, so that's 2022-2023 school year. Is that correct? I always did get mixed up on that, but 2022-2023 school year, this district spent $14,268 per student. And I think that would have been before the new capital bonding levy came into play and went on the books. So I assume that's going to go up considerably from there. I guess in the 9 years or 10 years, 9 years probably that I've been out of education, the price tag's gone up considerably. I'm not criticizing anything about that figure, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and I told this board before, I believe in public education, I really do. And I support public education, and I don't mind paying a reasonable amount of taxes for it, but I expect a good product. I expect our students to be competitive academically and have high levels of achievement, and I don't think I see that. I think you have some serious problems, and I hope you'll work to get a handle on it and to bring us from the bottom to the middle. I never thought I'd see the day when reaching the Minnesota state average academically was such a milestone. But I thought we were better than that. But frankly, right now, that's a milestone that seems almost out of reach, just getting to the state average. But I hope that will at least be a goal, and not one that's 5 years down the pike either. It needs to be sooner than that. Thank you. Do you have any, I threw in some numbers that you really don't have copies of. If I confused any of you, I apologize, and I'll try to clarify.
Any questions for Mr. Beluso?
No.
Oh, I appreciate it. I just one question. These are based upon the MCAs, correct?
Yes.
MCAs are non-obligatory.
Correct.
Okay.
That's my understanding.
Thank you. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Item number 4, approving the agenda. I entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Director Lamb-Sauter,
Support.
support by Director Lappy. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5, approve the consent agenda with the following changes. There's one there in the minutes. Amending the minutes of the August 26, 2024 regular meeting. It would be the hire date for Daniel Moberg from August 26, 2024 to September 5, 2024. Also in the consent agenda are the payrolls for the month of August 2024 in the amount of $172,204.58. And the accounts payable for the month of August 2024 in the amount of $1,433,422.66. Can I entertain a motion?
So me.
Support.
Motion by Director Rice, support by Director Lamb-Sauter. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 6, personnel. Motion to approve the attendance pilot coordinator service contract on Ryan Bennett effective September 10, 2024 through June 30th, 2027 as presented.
So made.
Motion by Director Lappy. I will support. Motion by Chair Casey, or second by Chair Casey. Any discussion?
Yeah, just a reminder, this is a part of the state legislation, so it's a 3-year, it's already funded, we've already received the money. So it's a 3-year pilot project that we're one of 9 schools that we're part of due to our attendance, our low attendance numbers. So,
My statement would be, shouldn't we do the motion to accept her leave of absence before we do the hiring? Does it matter, or?
Well, if we accept her leave of absence and then we,
Oh, okay.
yeah, then we don't approve her. Either.
well, and actually, she's our check and connect worker,
Right,
so she
right.
works for the county schools actually.
Yeah.
So she's still on leave from her parapet position, so it
Right.
wouldn't really matter.
Yeah, okay,
actually, but-
got it.
But this is one of the things, Mr. Morrison, that may help us in that
Yeah,
attendance.
so we have Check and Connect, we have 2 people working, one at the high school, one at the K6 buildings. But their focus is not 100% attendance, it's based on behavior. They actually have a specific caseload with a limited number of kids on behavior, grades, and attendance. This is gonna be solely based on attendance. And she'll be working only with kids that have attendance issues, kids and families, I should say, so.
And when these numbers were released, remind me, our attendance rate actually went up significantly from last year.
It did, we were at 52.5% consistent attendance a year ago, so we did improve. We obviously want to be better than
Yeah.
that, but we did
But we are
improve, so
improving.
hopefully we
Yep.
keep going in the right direction. So,
Okay.
Any other discussion on the pilot coordinator service contract? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item B, motion to accept the leave of absence request from Ryan Bennett, paraprofessional, effective August 28, 2024.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Director Rhonda Sauter,
Support.
support by Director Rice. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C, motion to approve the hiring of Jennifer Zabotnik Martin to job number 279, drama advisor, and job number 280, one act play coach, effective August 26th, 2024.
So made.
Motion by Director Rice,
Support.
support by Director Lappy. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to approve the hire of Sarah Paetzo, is that right?
Mhm.
Paetzo, to job number 271, Art Club Advisor, effective August 26th, 2024.
So moved.
Motion by Director Lappy,
Support.
support by Director Rhonda Sauter. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 7, administrative business. Motion to approve the memorandum of understanding, otherwise referred to as an MOU, between Independent School District number 695 and Education Minnesota, Chisholm, Local 1276, relating to the READ Act training and compensation as presented.
Yeah. So, excuse me. One of the new things this year is the READ Act, which is gonna be, it's a lot, it's required that teachers in K through 6, special ed teachers, title teachers, have to take, it's anywhere up to 50 hours of training. One of the things we're trying to do is preserve our PLC time so that we can focus on that other grant we received is multi-tiered systems of support. So we're doing a lot of work with Harry McDonald's helping us out with that. Basically to work with interventions on students. So one of the things we wanted to do is protect student minutes. The state did allow us to, we could have subtracted some hours from our school year. I did not want to do that. I wanted to preserve student minutes. I wanted to, because we could have done a bunch of in-service days. I wanted to preserve PLCs so we could focus on student interventions and collecting data and tracking the data, and then providing supports for kids. So the teachers, the majority of this will be done outside the school day on their own time, and they will get paid for it. But at the same time, we're also protecting student minutes, we're protecting PLCs for the other systems we're trying to put in place and establish here. So it's gonna be a lot of work on the teacher's part. We'll provide a little bit of training once a month on Wednesdays during PLC time, but the rest will have to be out on their own time, so.
Are the teachers receptive to it?
Yeah, well, they agreed to it, so.
I mean, how many will be a part of it, like
So 26 teachers total,
26?
and then there'll be a few more, a couple of years down the road, with English teachers at the high school level. So like I said, it's K-6, special ed at all levels, and then title at all levels. So, and we did add title to 7th and 8th grade this year too, so. So it's 26 teachers in total.
Any other discussion?
We have to have a motion, we will do the motion.
All right,
I,
motion to approve the MOU between Independent School District 695 and Education Minnesota.
Support.
Motion by Director Rice, support by Director Lappy. No further discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Items B, C, D, E, and F are all policy changes. And I believe most of them are just reference changes. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Updates from that.
Okay.
is, who's responsible for, the immunization? Does somebody send all that
Yep.
information in?
Nurses.
Oh, okay.
And as parents, we usually get a message.
So I will read these policies individually. However, should one of them get pulled, I would like to accept one motion to approve all of them.
I have another question too, is for D, is the pledge done in all schools,
K through 6.
K through 6? I mean, doesn't it?
They do it every day here.
And isn't it?
High school, I
state
couldn't tell you the
that-
practice, it's supposed to do it once a week in a policy, once a week minimum in a policy. They do it every day here, can't
And
speak
they
for the
do
law.
they do at the bond too, they do.
I
the-
think so, the high school.
I was just wondering about the high school, cause it's,
We have at times, I can't say for sure if we do or do not. So,
we should probably check into that.
I can tell them to.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, these are item B. Policy number 529, staff notification of violent behavior by students. Policy 530, immunization requirements. Policy 531, the Pledge of Allegiance. And policy 535, service animals in schools, which we now have to allow, is that correct? And policy 605, alternative education services. I'd like to entertain a motion.
So maybe
Motion by Director Lappy,
support.
support by Director Ron Sauter. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8, any open discussion by the board members? Item 9, information. Pardon me?
Did we figure out a working session or?
Not yet. Yeah. Lisa said that we should have enrollment numbers for our next meeting. Being at the beginning of the year, kids are coming and going. In fact, one day last week, I was over at the high school. 2 new kids were walking in trying to enroll, just walk in and start that day. To try to enroll here in Chisholm, which is good news. And I'm sure most schools go through this back and forth at the beginning of the year, so hopefully we'll have some good numbers in a couple of weeks. And correct me if I'm wrong.
No, first after about 2 to 3 weeks and it settles down, so.
That is all the information I have, other than that there's a pretty big deal volleyball game going on tonight. Ely and Chisholm, probably the two top teams in the region. And we got a swim meet this Thursday, football game away on Friday. Cross country, I had that information and
Cross country, we did well,
yes, they are doing very well.
Yeah.
So I'd like to congratulate all the coaches, actually. The football game last Friday, they did better than everybody thought.
I was watching it from my car and I'm thinking, oh, I can't wait till I get that new scoreboard, because I'm like, what is the quarter? You know, I ran home to
I was trying to, it was a game until I did the fourth quarter, I think I got away. I couldn't tell what the score was on the one side.
Any other information board members would like to pass on, or if not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make the motion.
Motion by Director Ranassatter, support by Director Rice. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Time is 5:26.
Mark, thank you for the information on the state, especially before this meeting, you know.
Why, that game was coming, that's why.
We